around the world. And good afternoon, good morning. We're listening from around the world of the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program here on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city. I'm your host, yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares. This morning, we're going to speak about what is going on in the land of wood and water in the Caribbean. Um, I see where in the news is saying that there is a triple murder going on in Spanish Town, I think. Triple murder happened in Spanish Town this morning. I'm trying to find the entire clipping to tell you more about it. But let me figure out something here. Good afternoon, my good friend who is on our YouTube channel here. But in the meantime, let me go to something that is of vital importance. The Parliament Committee Review Oversight is supposed to meet today. Taxi drivers is saying that yesterday was a fairly good day for them. No hitch nor anything. See, wherein Minister of Transportation Dalvaz is saying that yesterday, although they didn't get enough of the JUTC buses to roll out, he is quite happy with them. So, it is very good that, there's no hitches that went on with the JUTC and taking our students to school. It's very good. But based on all what is going on, even General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, is questioning whether the link expressed between 6 parliamentarians, if the Prime Minister of Jamaica is involved in the investigation of 6 parliamentarians, and why is it that they can't tell
Bluetooth connected.
the Jamaican people who are the 6 parliamentarians? People need to know who are the 6 parliamentarians. I see the Prime Minister election campaign mood, and he's denying the fact that he's on his campaign. Election is in the air, it seems like. See that the election is in high gear. And if election is in high gear, although he hasn't called the election, it is quite obvious, Prime Minister, that you're campaigning. You're at a town hall meeting in Montego Bay last Thursday, and you told the people of Jamaica that, hey, I am not thinking about any election. And Prime Minister, you're not thinking about any election. Then why are you campaigning so hard? You're having town hall meetings. And by the way, that town hall meeting didn't look like a town hall meeting at all. Did not look like a town hall meeting at all. I'm trying to find the clipping where they said a pregnant woman was killed this morning. It's in Spanish Town. But until I find that clip that I play, Dayton Campbell was on the political campaign trail. And this is what Dayton Campbell said. I hope you all can hear it.
Every Friday for the last month, there's an article in the paper that them are suing me. Lord of mercy. Because somehow that's supposed to mean something I go up on the political platform. Well, I am here today, and as I am here today, being up a man of integrity, I want to ask this Prime Minister if you are part of the six because your integrity filing not get certified yet.
Dayton Campbell is asking the Prime Minister. On October 6 last year, the Integrity Commission said it was not in a position to clear the Prime Minister declaration. According to Dr. Dayton Campbell, that the Prime Minister must declare who are the six parliamentarians. Listen to Dr. Dayton Campbell some more.
I hear them guys from Mobile say the six is real. But if you listen to this government, you wonder if the six is real. Because we say, and another we, and them a hide as to whether any of them involved in it. I have talked to them far and wide and have not yet heard of anybody. But there is a gag clause because we don't want you to talk about it. Well, there are persons in the Labour Party who already were talking about Integrity Commission.
Then tell me something here now. I can bring this mic a little closer to me. Dr. Campbell, can you tell us who are the six guys in Montego Bay who is uttering that some members of the Labour Party's name is on the list? Or is it the Prime Minister name is on the list, Dr. Campbell? Dr. Campbell was in a campaign mood as they bid farewell to the former leader of the People's National Party, the 85-year-old party, the oldest party in the Western Hemisphere, the oldest political party in the English-speaking Caribbean. Dr. Peter Phillips, Dr. Peter David Phillips, is handing over the baton to somebody else. And Dr. Campbell was on a campaign mood where he said that he realized that every turn he turned, the newspaper have somebody suing him. The General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, is questioning whether the link between the six parliamentarians who are being investigated by the Integrity Commission, and is asking the Prime Minister to declare who are the six parliamentarians. He went on to say, if the Prime Minister's name is involved in it, let's replay this again and let's listen to what Dr. Campbell is saying.
Every Friday for the last month, there's an article in the paper that them are suing me. Lord of mercy. Because somehow that's supposed to mean something I go up on the political platform. Well, I am here today, and as I am here today, being up a man of integrity, I want to ask this Prime Minister if you are part of the six because your integrity filing not get certified yet.
Isn't a shame and disgrace that you have a Prime Minister who his declaration has not been certified by the Integrity Commission? Huh? Isn't that something that we all need to look into? We all need to look into it. Isn't it a shame that we have the PM and until now we can't figure out who are the six parliamentarians who is involved in the investigation of corruption. Then if we can't find out, if they can't name who are the parliamentarians who has been investigated by Integrity Commission, then what sense are we voting? It make any sense that we should take up and go to a polling booth whenever the election is called to dirty up our index finger with some ink, to put some X beside some bell and head? Huh? I wonder if when the People's National Party should gain state power, I keep on saying this for years in this country, that there is no better barrel, no better herring. And people keep on saying to me, I need to stop it. But I wonder if and when the People's National Party should gain state power, if they would be transparent as what the party leader is saying, that when if he becomes Prime Minister of Jamaica, he will not be hugging up any parliamentarians who is involved in illicit enrichment. So I'm wondering if when that happens, if the goodly Mr. Mark Golding will be good enough to tell the person to take a backstage until we can find out or until investigation is completed. We're going to switch gear to security. Bunting slam security ministry for failing to fulfill police station repairs fund. Now tell me something now. The opposition People's National Party, the opposition spokesperson in national security, Senator Peter Bunting, has slammed the Ministry of National Security for the failure to use more than half the fund earmarked to repair police stations last year. Senator Bunting, who was addressing comrades of the People's National Party in West Central St. James constituency at the Godfrey Primary School on Saturday, lambasted the Minister of National Security. Listen to what Bunting said.
This situation at Granville, you have no police station now in Granville. What is scandalous is that of the 532 million approved for the repairs of police stations, only a little over 200 million was spent, and approximately $300 million was returned to the consolidated fund unspent when the Granville police station burned down and has not been repaired. Not a nail has been mobilized to repair it. Scandalous. People of Granville and the people of West Central deserve better than that.
Now, let me ask this question. If the American government, I forget about the American government, if the budget of Jamaica, where taxpayers' money create a budget to fund the country for the next fiscal financial year, and if the budget for national security is X amount, and they take out X amount to rebuild police stations, and the Granville police station was burned down, and they returned, the Ministry of National Security returned 300 million Jamaican dollars back to the government coffers, the consolidated fund. Unless there's something wrong somewhere. How is it that you get money to rebuild and refurbish police station island-wide? And the money's been, this is the second time money's been returned. You know? I remember sometime last year, Senator Don Webby, who's a government senator of the Jamaica Labour Party, questioned the Ministry of National Security. Why is it that half of the budget that was earmarked for the Ministry of National Security has returned to the government coffers? Yet our policemen and women do not have the proper gears and the proper uniforms, and although they come on uniforms too, ballistic vests and bullets and cars and everything. I don't understand. I am trying to understand what is really going on. Because if we want to solve crime in Jamaica, I am not saying that the government may not do some good in the country, you know. They may have done some good in the country, yes. But don't come and tell the people of Jamaica that crime is going down. Don't come and tell the people of Jamaica that you can pay policemen and women, but you can find $14 million of taxpayers' money to pay SSL staff. Where the Prime Minister of Jamaica, but I find it here, the Jamaican Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of our great beloved island, on January 25th, 2023, that's Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, a publication in the Jamaica Gleaner, the Prime Minister said, no bailout for failed financial institutions say wholeness. Not me say it. If you all want to find out things, go to Google and Google no bailout for failed financial institutions said wholeness. Now the minister, you know, on dip from security to finance, and there's a reason why I did that. The Minister of Finance is saying to us, I am not here to is saying to us, you see, that they are not bailing out SSL in order for SSL staff to do their jobs and for transparency to happen. They have to pay SSL staff. Well, let us see and hope. The FID is supposed to have a press conference on Wednesday, I'm told. Either Wednesday or today. And they said that more arrests is looming. More arrests is looming. That's what they said. That more arrests is looming. Well, if more arrests is looming, then let's pray and hope that some people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi will get arrested. Because there is absolutely no way Gene and Panton is the only person involved in this. No way. It is also stated in a newspaper article that the fraud scandal at SSL has grown to more than 4 billion US dollars and affect over 70 customers. The biggest fraud in the history of Jamaica. 4 billion US dollars. You all can find money to help with SSL. You all can find money to loan Petrojam. But you can't find money to give our teachers a proper salary and our policemen and women. But you can find money because according to you all, you have to pay them for them to uncover the truth behind the multi-billion-dollar fraud at SSL. You have to make sure. Prime Minister Holness, I am not trying to bring down any government or bring down any party, as was said by some of the hierarchy of the Labour Party. What I am saying to you, sir, if you tell the people of Jamaica that you have no intention of bailing out any failed financial institution or any bank, you're saying to me that there is none of SSL asset that you all can find and hold on to and see if you can sell it in quicker time. Well, it has to go through the court and all those things, so I kind of understand where you're coming from. But the fact of the matter is, we need some more transparency with the SSL saga, you know. We need some more transparency with the SSL linga thing. And same way, the family of Donnelly Donaldson needs some closure. What is going on with Donnelly Donaldson's case? And the policeman who is in prison or in jail, not in prison, in jail. What is going on with Donnelly Donaldson's case? And so many other cases that is lingering. What is going on? A family is leave to mourn. And not a proper mourning can happen because they can't find her remains until now. And when we come out on either YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or now Twitter is now X, or TikTok and speak about certain things, you're being dubbed as a Jamaican who's trying to bring down Jamaica. The question I want to ask them though, don't when the newspaper publish what is going on between crime and everything in this country, don't it is being published on the World Wide Web. So if we decide to speak out about certain things, why are we being dubbed as we're trying to bring down the government or bring down anybody else? That's what I want to find out. The crime is out of work. They said that Jamaica has the lowest employment rate by starting. They had a budget of over $1 trillion. Half of the money that was earmarked for security or to rebuild police stations or refurbish police station in Jamaica. $300 million was given back to the government coffers. And until now, the police station in Granville and St. James hasn't been rebuilt or haven't finished properly or haven't been rebuilt. I don't understand. I can't comprehend something that adding up here. Something that adding up to what is going on. Opposition spokesperson and national security is calling for more accountability. West Kingston police are asking the public to assist them in locating a murder suspect. I won't call the name on the station here. To locating a person who's committed murder. 3 men have been arrested and charged for ganja, 650 pounds of ganja. Have been arrested and charged for. We're going to take a quick commercial break on Roots 96.1 FM. We'll be right back, but we won't take a break here on the Mek Wi Talk YouTube channel, but Roots FM will take a break on air. We'll be right back. Over to you, Miss Isis. 3 arrested for 650 pounds of ganja. When are they gonna really legalize ganja in this country? When? This is what I was talking about. The police are investigating a triple murder in St. Catherine. The incident happened in an area known as Waterloo, Tuesday morning, that's this morning. As soon as we get more, we'll pass it on to you. But the news just coming in. The police are investigating a triple murder in St. Catherine. The incident happened in an area known as Waterloo this morning. Triple murder. Dear God in heaven, have mercy upon us. Have mercy, O God. When will all of this stop? When will all of this stop? When? Every day you get up to hear something going on. It's happening all over the world. But in the little land of wood and water, it's happening too often. And we can't blame government alone, you know. People may say, Jeffrey, all over the place, and you're baba moving and talking two sides of their mouth. No. We cannot blame government alone. As I said in a previous program that I had, if we, the people, do not come together and formulate a crime plan, because it's quite obvious that they don't have a crime plan. And if we don't formulate a crime plan, or draft a crime plan, and come together as a people and say, listen to me, we're putting on there, not to listen to us now. This is our plan to solve the crime pandemic in this country. Because whatever you guys are using can't work, are not working. The Prime Minister come out and said he spent millions and billions of dollars on things for both the JCF and the JDF to help solve Jamaica's crime problem. Are they truly working? Absolutely not. It's not working. But of course, we can't do nothing about it. All we can do is talk. And I hope one of these days that the people will get up and speak out. Now, this is another item of news that I'm seeing. The Westmoreland police were kept busy on Monday morning as they had to probe two crime scenes meters apart. Gunmen went on a rampage in the parish of Westmoreland as they shoot and kill a businesswoman in Little London and rob a supermarket, leaving an elderly woman nursing gunshot wounds. Now I want to know, when we talk about these things on YouTube, this is on the website of the Jamaica Observer. Don't other people around the globe can see this? It's not me who says it, you know. The Observer is reporting this morning. The Westmoreland police were kept busy on Monday morning as they had to probe two crime scenes meters apart. Gunmen went on a rampage in the parish of Westmoreland as they shot and killed a businesswoman in Little London and robbed a supermarket, leaving an elderly woman nursing gunshot wounds. Nursing gunshot wounds. What are we, on a very serious note, what are we becoming? What are we truly becoming? A nation of vipers? And these hoodlums who go around, these cowards who go around and rob poor people and shoot elderly people. I don't believe so. Some Dan. Una Donovan. Because what Una power lies behind the trigger of a gun. All of you powers lying behind the trigger of a gun. So when you have a gun, you're powerful. You're the king of the kings. You're Dan Dada. Because the power that you have lied behind the trigger of a gun. When you read the newspaper, sometimes your heart grieves. You don't want to hear no news. Triple murder here. Shooting of an elderly woman and a businesswoman. Gun down, left, right, and center. And we just sit down and say, oh, we blame this and we blame that and we blame. We must blame ourselves too. Because some of us out there who call ourselves parents and mothers, hug up what is going on. Hug up what is going on. I see where Antigua and Barbuda police say they have stepped up security team in the country because of ghost guns. They're uncovering a lot of ghost guns in Antigua and Barbuda. I reported at one point that Trinidad and Tobago had a gun manufactured place where they were manufacturing ghost guns. And if we around the Caribbean do not take heed of what is going on, if we don't take heed of what is going on, when you have countries seizing machines that can make ghost guns. We must ask the question, how many of those ghost guns leave Trinidad and go to other Caribbean nations? How many of them? My God. How many of them? How many? You read a newspaper. Listen, you hear this now? The new academic year kick off on Monday with the teacher shortage at some of the public schools institutions in Jamaica. The Ministry of Education is saying that they have a teacher shortage. Case Kingston College is among some of the schools without teachers. So you see, everywhere you turn, there's bangarang going on. Bangarang here and bangarang there. Bangarang all over. Everywhere you turn, there's bangarang. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what is going on. We need help. You know, it is quite. It is quite. I'm seeing something here. I'm going to speak about this at the top of the hour on WZPP and WZOP. And now I'm seeing it in the newspaper here. The Cuban Foreign Ministry says it has an unconfirmed report of human trafficking, a human trafficking ring in Cuba to Russia and Ukraine. Mama. Cuba has uncovered Russia-Ukraine war human trafficking ring. So if Cuba has uncovered this, imagine what is going on in Jamaica we don't know, and other Caribbean nations. Cuba has uncovered a Russia-Ukraine human trafficking ring. So what they're doing is to traffic men and boys to go and fight the war in Ukraine, is what is going on here. My God. Lord have his mercy upon us. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We can't continue like this, you know. As a people, we need to stand up. Because I plan to talk about human trafficking and my other program that's coming up. And now I'm seeing it on the website here that Cuba has uncovered a human trafficking ring from Russia to Ukraine. The human trafficking ring is in the Caribbean here, where they're trying to, are the trafficking men and boys from the Caribbean to go and fight Ukraine war. Human trafficking ring. We're going to speak more about that at the top of the hour. That's 12 o'clock Jamaica time, 1 o'clock US time. We'll be live on the Mek Wi Talk channel here. My God. We're faced with dilemmas. 3 men have been arrested by lawmen for narcotics. The police said that they lock up 3 men for 650 pounds of the good sensimania. Other countries is legalizing the sensimania or the ganja. But we in Jamaica can't legalize ganja. Because the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi has to have some say in it. None of them know when the poor men and sometimes women up in the hills of Orange Hill in Westmoreland was planting the ganja. None of them knew about it. None of them know how to dirty up their hands to plant the ganja. They were the one who put stiffer sanctions. I know a man right now who served how many years in prison for ganja. He's out of prison now. And because of that, he can't travel go anywhere. You see? He can't go anywhere. But this is what is going on in Jamaica. California legalized ganja. And the state of California could pay off their debt. And Jamaica's national debt stands at 2 trillion United States dollars. 2 trillion Jamaican dollars rather. 2 trillion Jamaican dollars. That's our national debt. And those who are leading us, both the PNP and the Labour Party, can come together to legalize ganja and see if they can pay off our national debt. But what they do is to lock up people. Yet they can import ganja from Canada to Jamaica. When is there something wrong with it? Professor Lockhart found out that ganja is good for glaucoma. And I still believe in my heart of heart that if you mix ganja with some of Jamaica's well-known bushes or herbs that we have, you have some of them they call dog this and dog that, and merengue this and merengue this and merengue that. I believe that if the Jamaican government want to set up a lab, they can set up a lab and combine all of these things together. And I believe ganja and other things that we have in Jamaica can save life when it comes on to AIDS and cancer. We have some of the best marijuana known. I don't smoke. But when you smell it, it smells so good. I could draw you. You're high like a kite same way. And you're telling me that we can come together and legalize ganja? Prime Minister Holness, legalize the herb, man. Legalize the herb. It needs to be legalized. It can help in so many ways. We can put up a research. A matter of fact, we have a research unit at the University of the West Indies, you know. And if we combine all of those ganja, merengue, and all of them and combine them together, I believe that if they combine together, it can solve a lot of you know, AIDS and cancer problems and diabetes that many of us face. That is my personal view. But the good sensimania, the good herb, Jamaica has one of the best ganja known throughout the world. Because of our land, our soil, the red dirt of St. Elizabeth, the red dirt of Moreland Hill in Westmoreland, the red dirt of Orange Hill in Westmoreland, the word dirt of Mount Airy in Westmoreland, because those are where ganja industry started from in Jamaica. That's where it started from. The program this morning in Mek Wi Talk Jamaica. So if we can say to the powers maybe in our country and lobby for them, because you see, they set up all of these entities, where the poor man who want to get a license to plant the goodly herb is couple thousands of dollars to the millions of dollars to plant the good substance. To the poor man who started the ganja industry, now have no say in it anymore, because you have no legal, you have no have a license to do it, and to get the license, the local chupans halfpenny that they have can't do it, and they can't open a bank account either. So there are so many things that the government has to do if they intend to legalize the goodly herb. So many things they have to do if they intend to legalize the goodly herb. Miss Isis, there's a song that name Legalize the Herb. Remember who sing it? But we have to legalize it. If California can pay off its debt of couple billions of dollars, why must we continue into debt until the day God calls we home? We have some people who is in parliament who sometimes, no disrespect, I believe that termite eat out them brain. They don't think. And when you give them suggestions, they laugh at you. They laugh at you when you give them suggestions. May God help us. I'm gonna cut this program short this morning on Roots 96.1 FM. But join me at 12 o'clock Jamaica time, 1 o'clock US time, where I'll be speaking about human trafficking. So join me at that time when my topic will be human trafficking. And this is where I say so long from here. For all those whose cares has been our concern, the hope goes on, the work goes on rather. For all those cares has been our concern, the work goes on. The cause endure, the hope still lives, and the dream for a better Jamaica shall never die. May God bless you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. May God bless you, and may God bless Jamaica land we love. Returning to the studios of Roots 96.1 FM.
When the game gets rough in this life,